Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly tarot card reading. And for this week's reading, I'm using the Hip Chick Tarot. And you might recognize this video, or this deck, from the last video I did, which was a review of this deck. So, before we get into the reading, I want to let you know that I'm going to be teaching a 4-week tarot course. It's an online course. It's called the Daily Tarot Girl's Guide to Intuitive Tarot Reading, and it's tons of fun. I've taught it before. This will be my 3rd time teaching this course. It's lots of fun, and I just opened enrollment, so classes don't start till October 31st, but you can sign up now, and I'll put the link to the sign up page in the box below this video, so you can check that out if you're interested. All right, so the first card represents Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week. And I have to apologize for my voice. I have a head cold right now, so I'm like super stuffed up. So, okay, so first card we have is the 9 of Create. So this would be 9 of Wands in like a Rider-Waite deck. So right away, what this is telling me is that we are going to be in creative mode at the beginning of the week, but watch out for things that curb your creativity. And oftentimes this is fear. So fear of expressing yourself, or, worrying that if you put yourself out there and create something or express yourself, it won't be received the way that you want it to be received, or you'll be criticized or misunderstood. So if you look at this card up in the right-hand corner, there's this storm cloud with lightning. And what that represents is anticipating something, kind of having a cloud over your head, kind of worried that something bad is going to happen. So this card isn't about something bad happening. It's about worrying and thinking that something bad might happen, which is an entirely different thing than actually something happening. So this again is about kind of projecting too far into the future. So notice if you're doing this. If you're feeling at any time this week uneasy or stressed out, check in with your thoughts and ask yourself, am I in the present moment, or am I projecting a bunch of crap into the future that may or may not even happen? Excuse me. Okay, so moving on to the middle of the week, we have the Fool. So the Fool has more of a free, innocent, uplifting kind of energy as opposed to the 9 of Create. So at the beginning of the week, you might be feeling kind of bogged down, like you have this desire to create, yet there's all these things getting in the way. Some of it might be your own fear, or feeling like you're not, you don't feel safe enough to really open up and let go. But then by the time you get to the middle of the week, we have the Fool. And this to me represents a resurgence in optimism and just feeling like you have more energy and optimism for whatever it is that you're working on, or whatever situation that you're in. So the Fool encourages you to really kind of think outside the box, and don't be afraid to take a few risks this week, doing something that maybe you wouldn't normally do. And I don't mean, big, scary, terrible risks, but ask yourself, if I was really optimistic and if nothing could go wrong, what would I do? What would I do differently? If I could be assured success in whatever I did, what would I do? And then ask yourself if you can do that now anyway, even if you're not sure if you're going to be successful. Are you able to take some baby steps towards whatever that goal is? And then at the end of the week, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we have the 6 of Create. So we have 2 Create cards, or Wands cards here. So the 6 of Create is about success. And as you can see, the woman on this card is hoisting up this trophy. Like she's won something. And the 6 of Create shows that whatever you put your mind to this week, you have a pretty good chance of being successful. But this card isn't just about being successful in the outside world. It's about seeing yourself as successful. Are you able to think of yourself as a successful person with whatever it is that you're working towards, whatever it is that you're wanting to do? Can you imagine yourself doing that thing well? Imagine yourself being successful. This is really a big secret to becoming successful and succeeding in whatever you do, is to really have a clear visual image or even a feeling of what it feels like or what it looks like to succeed. So anytime I'm going to be doing like a public speaking thing or teaching something, I always imagine myself doing it in a really confident, interesting, positive way. And so I have that image of myself, you know, speaking confidently, feeling relaxed. And whenever I feel like I'm doubting myself or I get nervous, I tap into that feeling and I remind myself of that image I have in my head. And this is really about, you know, kind of visualizing success at whatever you're working towards. So that's what I'm getting from the 6 of Create. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out, look at all these cards together, and see if there's anything else that stands out to me. It definitely feels like you're going to be surrounded by a lot of creative energy. So there'll be an increased ability to tap into that creative side of yourself. The only thing holding you back is your mind and your fears and your worries and your doubts. That's really the only thing holding you back at this point. So if you can kind of get that under control or kind of look at that critically and notice that it's there, that's going to help you move forward. Another thing I get with, especially with the Fool, is that this is the week to take some chances. And you may feel hesitant about taking a chance, but if you do take that chance, there's a really good probability that you're going to be successful, that it's going to lead to something really positive. Okay, I'm just seeing if there's anything else that comes to mind here. And I'm not seeing anything else, so I'm going to turn the reading over to you. Which card stands out to you? Does one card seem to be speaking to you more powerfully than all the others? And on that card, is there a particular symbol or color or aspect that is really jumping out at you? And what is it telling you? What advice does it have for you? And if you feel like sharing, I invite you to share in the comment section below. But if you don't feel like sharing, that's totally okay. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining me. If you're interested in learning more about tarot, you can check out my site, dailytarotgirl.com. I've got all kinds of fun tarot exercises, tarot spreads, tarot tips, and stuff like that on my website. Okay, so thanks again for watching and have a wonderful weekend.